Dear aspirants, welcome to my channel. This is an electrical and electronics engineering third semester. Subject name is generator, transmission and distribution. Subject code is 25EE31I. Important question with solution for third semester CIE and external exam. The first question is 5 marks. Explain the factor to be considered for selecting a site, a thermal power plant. So before selecting a site for a thermal power plant, we should know availability of the fuel. Fuel very important requirement for the plant located near should be see the coal, oil or gas source which will be reduce the transportation cost. That purpose you have to. And next is an availability of the water, nothing but which require more water for the steam generation of the power plant, and we need to cool purpose we required large quantity availability of the water. Next is transportation facility. It means so it is very we have to check the see the road, good roads and rails and port facility which will be near the transportation of fuel and equipments and material for the thermal power plant. Next is land and soil conditions. So it is very important. So if you want to construct the strong foundation, construction of future expansion and construction sites, so you have to check the particular site or soil detail about the these conditions. Next will be distance from load centers. Load centers nothing but so we need power. Okay, if it is near the plant centers will be near the low transmission centers, near it will be reduced the transmission losses and transmission cost. So these are the availabilities very required suitable for the thermal power plant generation, that is we call it as an adequate fuel and water supply, good transportation facility and a suitable land, approximate of the centers which ensure that economical reliability and efficiency power generation which will be required. Next is list the advantages, disadvantages of the thermal power plant. What is an advantages and what is disadvantages? So coming to a thermal power plant, it is initially a low cost. It is very low cost compared to hydro and nuclear power plants. Cost wise it is very low. And installation of the load, you can installation of the load centers it's and reduce the transmission losses. You can reduce the transmission losses. And also thermal power plant which required less area while compared to the hydrogen power. If you go to the construction time very short, you can construct very quicker, we can generate power quickly, and throughout the year you can operate throughout the year based on the rainfall. Next, coming to an disadvantages, these are it will causes air pollution due to emission of the smoke and harmful gas, and also use of non-renewable fuels. We cannot reuse the coal, oil and natural gases, and it required high operating fuel cost because it continuous consumption of the fuel will be. While thermal process we are using a coal which will be produce more ash, so we have to disposal, that also you have to disposal some place, that also one the factor disadvantages. And also it will be increasing the carbon dioxide, is increase releasing the carbon dioxide, it will be increasing the global warming of the earth. Next, explain necessity of nuclear waste disposals. Okay, so first one is an protect human health. So coming to a human protection, if you disposal we can prevent. So it exposed harmful radiations will be there. You can reduce the risk of cancer and other diseases. You have to protect from you. Next is protect the environmental. So you have to safely how to dispose which contains and contamination, prevent the contamination of the soil, water, air by radioactive material. Properly you have to dispose. Next is prevent the radiation hazards. So the waste which contains radioactive hazards which will be many years So, okay, must safely isolated from the peoples, and we have to keep it properly, have to from the humans. And one is ensure safety storage. So you have to whatever disposal, whatever disposing the nuclear waste, we have to use some method to store that materials to prevent the radioactive you have to reduce the radioactivity of the material to get the safe level methods which you can use. Next is compiles with the safety regulation, means whenever you have to dispose safety with disposal, we have to follow the government international regulations, ensure the public and environmental safety regulations you have to use. Next is explain the general layout of a thermal power plant and its components. So what do you mean by thermal plant? What it will be do? It converts heat energy to fuel like coal, oil, gas. It will be converted into electrical energy. So coming to a general layout and all the things which is having, it is having a coal, boiler, steam, turbine. It will go to the generator, then it will to transformer, and it will reach us to transmission line. Next, after that, steam after turbine, okay, condenser will be there, feed water pump is there, finally boiler will be there. So coming to a components and their functions, what is the components and their function? Coal handling plant, first will be an coal handling. This coal handling plant, it will be store and supply coal to the generator, this work. Coming to a boiler, what it will be do, the burn the fuel into converting water into a high pressure steam. So whatever burn fuel it will be there, that will be converted into water into a high pressure. Next will be an superheater. So what it will be do to increasing the temperature, okay, it will be increasing temperature and steam before entering into the turbine, okay. Next is steam turbine. What it will be do, converting energy of the steam into a mechanical energy. This turbine will do. Next is generator or alternator. So what it will do, it will convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. Next will coming to a condenser. What it will do, condenser which exhausts the steam from the turbine back into water. Next going to the cooling tower. So cool and hot water from the condenser for reuse. Again whatever it will be the reuse. Next feed water pump. It will do pump the condensed water back to into, again it will come to the boiler. Next is transformer. What will we do? It's at the what they are going to set a generated voltage for a long distance to transmission. So next will mini or stack. So whatever waste gas will be the fuel gas release, it will be safely, it will reach us into atmosphere. Next will be an ash handling plant. What will be do, whatever collected ashes will be there, no, that will be during coal combustion, collection and disposal ashes whatever produced from the coal combustion. Next will be in transmission line, converting whatever electrical power will be there though from the power plant to consumers, it will be coming to an working principle. If I explain, coal is supplied to the boiler. That boiler water, it convert water into high pressure of the steam. The what will be do, steam rotated the turbine, steam rotates the. Next, the turbine drives the generator, produce the electricity. Okay. After producing, it will transfer to increasing the voltage, increases the voltage. Transformer increases the voltage. Then it will be electricity transmitted throughout the transmission line. Later, what will happen? Exhausted steam, it will be condensed, and condenser will be pumped back to the boiler, feed the water pump. Again, it will be process will be again reprocessed. Next, fuel gases leave through the chimney and ashes removed by the ash handling plant. These are the main components which will be an role on producing thermo power plant in the converting electricity efficiently. So now I am going to explain the diagram. See the diagram how it looks. What will happen? Coal is handling plant will be there. It will go to the boiler. Okay, after that boiler, it will be heated by superheater, and this will be a high pressure and superheated steam. It will go to the steam engine. Okay, steam engine to generator or alternator. This alternator will be there, and again it will come to the condenser through the cooling water, or it will go to condenser, it will go to cooling tower, again it will be come back to the cooled water. This cooled water again go to the feeding pump. Okay, this feeding pump will be there. No, after this feeding pump, water will be coming, then it will transfer to the transformer. Okay, after transformer, again it will be a chimney will be there. No, chimney exhausted. After exhausting chimney, ashes plant handling, and the power, whatever power it will be generated, it will transfer to the transmission lines. This is the process which will be act. So I have explained in the point wise, and down it will be there explain. Same thing only I have explained above in the point, it also will be there, you can read this. So if the content is useful, please subscribe my channel, share and support. Thank you.